Hello and welcome to Monday Motivations. We are continuing our series on dream robbers today. And you can get caught all up in this series by finding me on YouTube at Layla Faye Nourish. You can keep up with me on other social channels under the same name. Love to keep in touch with you. Today I want to talk to you about a dream robber that is so divisive and insidious in our own human experience. And today I want to arm you with 4 clear ways that you can evict this dream robber from your life. Today we are talking about fear. And I have to tell you that as a coach, I watch fear cause powerful, mighty, extraordinarily talented, creative, brilliant individuals to shrink back, honestly get painfully paralyzed and stuck in their processes, all because of fear. Fear truly is false evidence appearing real. And I want to help you attack this enemy of your soul at a very base level. Let's recognize it for its lies that it is and what it presents in your life, okay? As a coach, I always say, come, take a 30,000 foot flight with me in my private jet. Let's get up there for big picture perspective, because that's what you need first and foremost, to recognize fear for what it is in your life. I know when I was 38 weeks pregnant, so excited to meet my little girl, could not wait. And it was July, it was hot. And any of you mamas out there know I'm like, get out, I just want to meet you. And I remember my mother, who I love dearly, in well-meaning, called me and says, oh honey, you just wait. The day that little girl enters the world is the day that you will be ruined with worry. And I remember her saying those words over me. I was like, no way. I do not receive that in my life. And I know that she's a precious gift. And I know that God of the universe made her and has purposed her. And I'm going to trust her life in His hands. I want to show up. I'm going to be the best parent that I know how to be. Some days I'm going to fall way short, I'm sure. As I have already. Any other parents out there say yes, we have those days. But I did not need to let fear, I did not want to open up that doorway, because fear starts with worrisome thoughts, okay? Where fear starts in your life is in that thought process where you start marinating on the woulda, coulda, shouldas, the what if scenarios. The fear of the unknown is something that can so paralyze human beings. And I want to encourage you right now to be courageous and bold and embrace change in any form that it comes into your life. It's a growth opportunity, and reality is most of the time it turns out being far greater outcome than you ever hoped, dared, or imagined it would be. So what happens from that worry cycle, then we start to really manifest those emotions, and they show up like anxiety, that gut pain, that takes your breath away, that edginess, that stress that it gives you, and then that gives way into full-fledged fear, that frozen physical response that you are unable to move. Now, some of you may be listening to this and going, Layla, that physical response, that visceral response doesn't happen. But I want to ask you, in your life, your leadership, your business, or personal relationships, are you stuck? Have you been trying to break through a certain wall repeatedly without success? I want to invite you to come in my private jet to a 30,000 foot level to get perspective, to question what is at the root of that. A lot of times, fear, we can get so used to it that you might be living with fear of success or fear of failure and some other things of the fear of the unknown. And so I want to encourage all of us to examine our hearts. The number one thing to conquer fear is to get perspective. Remove yourself from your present circumstances. Remove yourself from that drama triangle that fear feeds off of, that victim mentality, that blaming, that rescuing process. Fear loves it. Can't get enough of it. You separate yourself from it, you separate yourself from fear. Second, breathe. I want to encourage all of you. I love Dr. Weil. You can find him at drweil.com. His 4-7-8 breathing technique. It's a deep breathing, literally 4 breath cycles. You will be so rested. It helps quell anxiety in an instant, okay? It brings you back present. It clears your mind of all the racing thoughts, that fear frenzy that it can create. Breathe. Get present so you can make wise decisions and step out. Third, to conquer fear, create joy in your life. If you have too much clutter, whether it's physical or emotional, it's really hard to find joy. The top 2 things to releasing greater joy in your life: declutter, empty out that email box, whatever. You're never going to read those 1,000 other newsletters that are sitting in there. Give yourself permission. Dump them. If you really need that information, you can find it on their website. I guarantee you. Secondly, practice gratitude. Nothing fosters greater joy and contentment and just delight in life than slowly examining all the wonderful riches you already have. Practice gratitude. Joy will come quickly on its heels. And last but not least, the number 1 thing to take out fear. Are you ready, my friends? Stand firm, shoulders back, know who you are. Look fear right in the eyes. Draw a line in the sand and stomp your foot. No more. Fear, you have no place. You make a decision and you take action. Action is the number 1 thing that will break fear off of you. Fear wants to hold you back. Fear wants to keep you frozen and playing small. You break fear, you find your freedom. Friends, bust into freedom today. I cannot wait. Please share your personal experiences. I've loved it. Some of you have personal messaged me about how this Dream Robber series is changing your life. I encourage you, find me at Layla Faye Nourish on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you want to find me. Share your story. Share how busting through and breaking free from these dream robbers is changing your life. Because I'm going to tell you, you break free from freedom. You break free from fear into new freedom. That key of your breakthrough is going to help unlock somebody else. So pass it on, my friends. Let's start a revolution of people living free and happy, unapologetically being themselves. You are awesome. I believe in you. Make it a great week.